anything stop the animal? The animal! It's a big, powerful 4x4. But when the going gets tough, it bares its claws to climb over things that get in its way.
The animal, the animal, can anything stop? The animal, the animal.
The animal, clawing its way to the top. The animal, each sold separately, batteries not included, new from Galoob.
Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, as this week I'm taking a look at the seemingly unstoppable monster truck, the Animal. The Animal was produced and released in 1984 by Galoob Toy Company. It's a giant 4x4 battery-powered monster truck that looks very suspiciously similar to the world-famous King of the Monster Truck Rally's Bigfoot, which, although first introduced in 1975, reached the height of its popularity in 1984, so it's not a stretch to see where and why Galoob got the inspiration to release a toy that looked almost identical to the genuine article. So what's the big deal with a battery-powered 4x4 monster truck, you ask? Copies of Bigfoot were everywhere, made by the likes of Tonka and other toy companies. Well, the big difference with the Animal versus other battery-powered trucks was when it hit an obstacle it couldn't get over, 4 huge hidden claws would emerge from its wheels, enabling the Animal to power over almost anything, really bringing to life the challenge in the commercial, can anything stop the Animal? And for a while it seemed like nothing could. Christmas of 1984 saw the Animal as one of that year's top toys, flying off the shelves at record speed. After the original was released in 1984, 2 more Animal vehicles were released in 1985 and 1986, a 4x4 yellow monster Corvette and a 4x4 Jeep, as well as other additions later on, like the Animal Swamper that enabled it to swim and the Extendor, making it bigger than ever before. After 1988, sales finally quieted down until 1992, when all 3 original vehicles were re-released to make one final comeback. Unfortunately, soon afterwards, interest in the Animal line of trucks finally faded, stopping the Animal once and for all.
Alright, so now let's take a look at my 1984 Animal by Galoob. Now this thing is definitely a little bit worse for wear, but overall it's still in really good shape and works really well. And I have to say, if you made a list of probably the top 25 iconic toys from the 1980s, the Animal would have to be very close, or if not always, in the top 10. This thing you saw everywhere. I never had one of these growing up, but I do think that a friend of mine down the street had one, and that's where I remember seeing this and playing with this and had a lot of fun. Now, if you're wondering, what was the big deal with all these big monster trucks back in the day in the 1980s? Well, if you didn't know, Bigfoot was a huge thing. It was the king of the monster truck rallies. So, of course, so many companies like Tonka and Galoob and every other company in between had to do something that mimicked Bigfoot or was a knockoff of Bigfoot or looked like Bigfoot, or they put their own spin on Bigfoot. And one of the best that came out of all of these knockoffs and spins, although the Animal isn't a knockoff, but just a knockoff on the Bigfoot brand, is without a doubt Galoob's The Animal. Now, the commercial for this thing is epic. This is what made everybody want one. You'd see it crawling over rocks and all these crazy big things out in your backyard. And you'd have that song that would just get stuck in your head for weeks. You know, can anything stop the Animal? And you see these claws, you know, the claws that come out of the wheels. And I mean, what a cool toy when you're growing up. How could you not want a giant monster truck that has like jaguar claws that can like climb over all your action figures and, you know, pretty much anything? And it's just epically fun. This is just, I can't overstate how much of an iconic toy this was from its time period. Now, like I said, this one does have a little bit of damage. Some of the tires, the rubber is a little bit worn from, you know, trying to be clean, because it's very hard to remove like sticky things like hair and stuff like that from wheels. So you usually just want to use like water, but even that can break it down. You know, rubbing alcohol is definitely really bad, because that'll start to dissolve and degrade the wheels. But overall, they still look really good. You got the great sticker of the Animal on the side there. I love that, with that two-tone orange and yellow. And you have the claw that kind of looks like tiger or cheetah stripes, and it's shaped like a mountain kind of. If you like take that part out, it looks like mountains in the background. You got the really nice little side view mirrors on the side, and then 4x4 animal says on the tires there. And the tires, you can actually lock the wheels into place if you want to by turning the little hubcap, and then that will make it so that way when you go to move the vehicle, that the wheels will come out like reactively when they hit a barrier. And then you can also turn them like this, and then the claws just stay out. And check that out. How cool does that look? Are you kidding me? I gotta say, when you have it like this, you really only want to use it on like soft, large obstacles that are hard for it to get over, because it uses up a lot more battery power in that mode, and then it also really bumps around. It doesn't drive the easiest. You also got these really cool exhaust pipes on the side. And then around back here, the large bed of the truck with the big roll bar and the stickers, a little hatch. You could actually hook up another toy car or like a dump truck or something and have it tow that along or tie something to it. And then again on the other side, and this might look a little strange because I'm in the middle of trying to make a battery door for it. So in order to hold that in place, because I'm having a little bit of a hard time working on a locking mechanism, I just have some black electrical tape. So that's why I don't even know if you can see that, but that's to keep pressure on the batteries, just in case anybody's wondering what that is. And then on the front of the big beast here, we have this awesome red plastic fake winch. You have the nice gray, supposed to be chrome. I'd imagine it's supposed to be chrome, but that's the regular paint, so it wasn't like chrome that wore off. The gray and silver bumper. Unfortunately, the cracked little bug shield there. The exhaust pipes coming out the side, which look amazing. The extended engine up top. The really cool animal sticker on top with the two giant paws as well. And then another little hidden feature with this is when you turn it on, all these lights turn on. The headlights turn on. The big floodlights up top turn on. So I mean, how awesome is that? What a cool toy. This thing really does go through batteries though. It takes 4 C batteries. And you'd be lucky if you get maybe like a half an hour to an hour of extended use with this before they are just dead. But still, it's so worth it to see this thing come to life and just really amazing. Let's take a look at the underside of it here. I doubt you'll be able to see that, but it just says made in Japan, 1984, Louis Galoob Toys Incorporated. And then you can see the gearing there, which that doesn't really do anything. That's just design, but it still looks pretty neat. And just a really super awesome toy. I cannot really overstate just how cool this was growing up. And even though I didn't play with it too much the times that I did, I really had a lot of fun with it. So now let's go ahead and we'll set it up. And batteries are already in there. That's the switch for on and off, and also another little function too I almost forgot about, that when you have it in the off position, since the batteries go dead, you can just have it in a freewheeling mode, so that way when the batteries go dead, you know, you can still use it with your other big Tonka trucks and things like that, which is kind of a neat little feature, because I guess Galoob already knew, like, well, what are they going to do with it after an hour once the batteries go dead? And so at least the gearing mechanism doesn't lock up like in a lot of powered toys, so you can still play with it with your other toys. So like I said, now the batteries are installed. We're going to go ahead and put this up and turn it on, and we'll get some obstacles for it, and let's see if anything can stop the animal. Alright, so I've got a little obstacle set up for the animal here, and hopefully you'll be able to see the lights when they're turned on. I don't know how well they're going to show up, but let's see what the animal can do. Get it turned on. Out come the claws. Oh yeah. Those VHS tapes are no match. So there's everything all lit up. And now let's get a look from the side, and we can see the claws come out. All right, so the animal's ready to go yet again. Let's get it turned on. And out come the claws. And it tackles it no problem. All right, the animal is ready to go yet again. Let's see if it can tackle this newer, larger obstacle. And out come the claws. And it makes it. Nothing can stop this animal. All right, and let's see it one more time. This time, much more up close. Can anything stop this animal? Out from the mighty claws. It's struggling. But the animal is triumphant. Yeah! Nothing's stopping this guy. Well, alright guys, that is going to do it for my review of Galoob's 1984 The Animal. Hope you guys had as much fun taking a look at this awesome iconic toy from the 80s as I did, and proof positive with these giant claws, nothing is stopping the animal, and especially not this old animal. So anyway guys, I will see you back here next time. Until then, take care.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.